We're gonna frickin' find out, Uskal. Necrowolf, Fun Smuggler. How's it going, guys? Hyro. I'm gonna definitely try to take it chill. Excuse me. That was a badly timed cough. That wasn't a sick cough. That was a I just finished eating lunch cough. And you know how you get like, I don't know, like a piece of bread stuck at the back of your throat or something after you have a sandwich? Refill your water bottle. It's all good. I can't promise a super long stream today, because like today is the first day in many days that I'm actually feeling kind of normal. You know, it started not last Sunday, but like 2 Sundays ago. And it still feels weird to like take deep breaths. Yeah, it still feels weird to take deep breaths, but...
How quickly the tide turns.
Yo, Altrian with the tier 2 for a month. Tier 2, my man. Thank you very much. James, how's work stuff going? Hey, keep grinding, Necro. Good luck, good luck. So 116.2 dropped. What have I missed? Has there been anything huge that's happened in the past like week and a half, 2 weeks? I saw that 116.2 dropped. And I saw that there's a new combat patch, like a new combat pre-patched thing. We're definitely gonna try to take this a little bit more chill. We're definitely gonna... I'm gonna try to talk as little as possible. That's good. Not fired. Maybe Peter J. Muhair? How am I doing? I'm feeling a little bit better. I don't have results back yet. I don't know what it was. But you know, if I'm still having problems breathing, if I'm constantly exhausted, and like my lungs feel like the value of a breath isn't as much as it was 3 weeks ago, then I can't think of anything else that it could be. So you did getting the test then? Did I get the test? Yes, I have taken the COVID test. I have not received my results back. It was self-administered too, so I had to shove the equivalent of like a pipe cleaner, a very gentle one, but a pipe cleaner up my own nose, and then the nurse was like, nah, keep going. And then I'm like, lady, I'm running out. My eyes are watering and like my whole body is spasming. I can't handle it. And like I have to maintain control of my own motor functions. And like I'm sick, I'm exhausted. Which is probably a good thing that, you know, she wasn't the one touching me or administering or blah, 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 blah. Because I am sick. Anyway. And she's just sitting there going like, not deeper, not deeper, not deeper. All right, now deep enough. So now spin it 3 times like you're Q-tipping your ear. I mean, no offense here, Necro. This isn't the time or place to talk about that. Clawley, how are you? Clawley! Oh, she can't stay. Feels bad. Clawley, I was gonna say, I wanted to know how the barbecue sauce went. On a 1 to 10 scale, can you drop a 1 to 10 for me? I don't know if she's still here or not. Things look like they're working well. So yeah, and then to top it all off, so I then pull the pipe cleaner out of my nostril, and she's like, okay, now we gotta do it in your other nostril. And I'm like, oh my God. So I had to pull the pipe cleaner, which is like deep embedded in my sinus cavity, pull it out, which felt like, I don't know, have you ever accidentally like coughed while you were eating a spaghetti noodle? The barbecue is 100 out of 10. You converted me. Let's go! That makes me so happy. And like, that's but a small sampling of what Kansas City has to offer. And Gates is kind of a... It's still very much so a Kansas City barbecue, but there's so many. There's so many. Okay, anyway, so I pull this freaking pipe cleaner out of my nose, and she's like, you gotta do it again. Other nostril. And have you ever coughed while you're eating spaghetti? And then like the spaghetti noodle gets that's what we call an individual spaghetti noodle, a spaghetti. And then that individual spaghetti gets like up in your sinus cavity or like part way down your throat, but it's still kind of in your mouth. And then you feel like you're choking a little bit. And like, we all did this as kids. I don't think we do this so much as adults, but you then grab the spaghetti noodle and you can like pull it out. And then you're like, I feel like I'm pulling out a spaghetti noodle from my ear through my mouth. And that's basically what the test was like. Clawley, take care. You're amazing. I'm happy that you love the barbecue sauce. It's so near and dear to my heart, and I'm so happy to share that love. I just noticed, looking at the caption system, no piglins admiring items. Which is a big sad. So what's on the docket for today? Being super chill. Hey, our first water bottle. Not making Nims break out into a coughing fit is what's on the docket. Hey, perfect. Exploring the 116 changes, most likely. That seems good enough for now. I am very interested, like 1.16.2 patch notes. Get me that Google search. All right. Let's see. 2 new accessibility settings. Distortion effects, lower value, field of view effects can be reduced. Okay. Chat delay, nothing. Bastion, tweak the loot. Chests are more likely to be positioned on top of gilded blackstone. Kind of cool. Brewing stands can now be crafted with blackstone. That's good because blackstone is just supposed to be cobblestone or reskinned. Lanterns and soul lanterns can now be waterlogged. That's kind of neat. Crimson and warped fungus can now be placed on mycelium. That would be cool, but mycelium can be trampled just the same as anything else. However, it makes the mushroom tree farm a little bit better because now instead of needing to swap between warped dirt and crimson dirt, I don't remember what they're called. It's like warped nylium versus crimson nylium, I think. You could just use mycelium for both. Snowchild! Yo, let me tell you about this 10-year-old that just inted on my team. It was the most obnoxious thing. This freaking 10-year-old, man. I was like, at the end of the game, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, and what's sad is like, he top fragged, but he top fragged to bait out the entire team. And it was like, it was so miserable. And I'm like, yo, whenever I go to get my vasectomy, I'm just gonna record this match and show it to my doctor whenever he's like, why don't you wanna have kids? I'm gonna be like, Exhibit A, Valorant. Anyway. Chains can now be placed in all orientations. Okay, sick. Tools are now sorted based on material and creative inventory. Totems of Undying now give the fire resistant status for 40 seconds when activated. That's really cool. That's a huge buff for totems because that was basically the only way that you were at risk of, I don't want to say at risk of dying with a totem because you could still die through lava, right? You've only got 40 seconds. However, fire damage was the thing that you were most vulnerable to before that change. Endermen no longer place their hell block onto bedrock blocks. That's kind of nice because I'm sure that the top of the nether is now disgusting with Endermen placing blocks up there. Piglins, piglin brutes. Become angry with players. Chest minecart, tweaked bartering loot. Piglin brutes are stronger versions of piglins. Aren't afraid of anything. Nice. Attack players on sight. No worries. Wield axes and don't need armor because they're just that tough. Okay. Modify respawn positions, doesn't matter to us. Villagers now emit green particles when joining a village, setting a home bed, or acquiring a job site / profession. That's a nice quality of life change. Lose their job sites when changing dimensions. That just seems like a bug fix. Okay. It literally looks like it's just bartering updates. Piglin bartering. Just making sure that the things we thought were going to go through actually went through. Okay, so we need to change it over to a spectral arrow. Which is an 8% chance. Okay. So that's the first thing that we need to do, is we need to update our filter system to work for spectral arrows. They made bastions a bit more worth it. Remember to swap out your magma cream and glowstone sorters for blackstone and spectral arrows. Yeah, I literally just said that. Okay, so blackstone we already had done. Which this is big hype. This is super pog. But the spectral arrow is in this set. And see, it's that there's that glowstone. And see, that's not good. Oh, wow! Wow! How convenient. Well, we're done. I thought that was gonna be so much harder than it was. But like, literally just got the luckiest freaking spectral arrows of my life. I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to go over here and I'm gonna have to like manipulate their drops, and wow, there were just more spectral arrows just waiting for me. Wow. Here I thought that this was gonna be like a difficult process and that it was gonna be so hard, and I was gonna be like, oh, my aim is off. But nah, we just got that spectral arrow right off the bat. Very nice. Also made Bastions more worth it. They changed the loot tables at the chest that spawn a bit so it's less crap. How so? How is it less crap? Do define. Do you get netherite stuff from them again?
Great heroes can be found
Someone's
even
a great
here,
hero. Who's that? Space
in the mud
Lamp
and
6.
rain.
My man. My man. 27 months. Thank you very much. TYVM. It's kind of complex how the loot is defined. How could the loot be complex? Like, for real, though. How'd that even possible? You would have to look at the specific changes and not the... Okay. So, I mean, Blackstone already updated correctly. We already set up Blackstone to work correctly. Is there anything else that we needed to do? Oh, depending on the type of Bastion, there are different types of chests that could spawn. Each type of chest has a different loot table of things that could spawn. What's the most powerful thing that you can get out of a Bastion now? Can you get netherite drops? Woo! That's great. That's what we wanted to see. Do we care? I guess we care a little bit. How much more cobblestone do you think we got? Ooskal woke back. None. We got none more cobblestone. You can get netherite scrap and debris rarely, but mostly gold and diamond gear as valuables, minus lodestone and other very rare drops. IMO still not worth it in the late game. So they basically made it comparable to end cities in the end. But it's later game than the end. Or is it? I needed cobblestone. I don't have cobblestone, so we have an option. We either cut down more of the mountain, or we just park. Yeah, I'm not really sure what stage of the game they're going for it. Oh, hey. We don't. We had a little bit already. Good enough for me. I mean, at what point are you supposed to enter the Nether, right? Because based on when you're supposed to enter the Nether, I would say that that's slightly after that is when you're expected to clear a bastion. Wow, I saw that dude's glowing armor from a mile away. How did he get there? It's not supposed to be allowed. At what point? About 5 minutes in? If I've learned anything from all the speedrunnings I've watched in your absence. Yes, 5 minutes is when you're supposed to clear a bastion. Load a game, and if you're not in the Nether in 5 minutes, then you're doing it wrong. Clearly. Man, my aim is so off. Oh, hey. Hanaza was wondering about your gold farm rates, as in nugs and ingots per hour. Do you have any idea of what they might be? Not a clue. I didn't build it on top of the Nether, so, and that's where everybody's going to do their rate measurements from. So not a clue. However, the design is relatively standard. I can't imagine that there's much of a way to improve the rates of a design like this. Maybe there's a way that you could...
How quickly the tide turns.
Hey, Momiji! That's tier 3 for 12 months. She's a legend. So maybe there's a way that you could bait the piglin into the kill chamber slightly quicker, and then that should result in a slightly higher rate. However, you'd be talking about percentage points, like 1 to 5% improvements. Nothing to write home about. You're not gonna tell your mom about it on a phone call or something like that, right? It's not gonna be huge. I'll just be a little bit. How long has this hardcore world been going on? Quite a long time. I think it was January something that we got started. I'm on Minecraft day 3,387 with 43.14 real life days played. I heard a ghast. It spooked me a little bit. Yeah, it's January. I want to say it was like January 27th though, so I'm not gonna... fault you. There's a part of me that kind of wishes that I dug up all the soul sand and replaced it with something else, because I hate whenever I'm walking along right here and I just hit a slow patch. It's the most annoying thing ever. Happy 225th day anniversary of this hardcore world. Hey, thank you. Aggie, welcome, welcome. Garbage, I'm terrible. I definitely need to AFK at a cobblestone farm for a bit. I think that much is known. Seems alright. Or like upgrade the storage of my cobblestone farm because I'm constantly running out. I have no idea what you're talking about, Uskal. Honest. Wow, look at all this work I've done over here and just didn't finish it. I think Uskal's lost her mind a little bit. No, we're out. The constant struggle. Is this an area that, like, needs to get done? Yeah, probably. I can pretty much use these like trash cans, right? If it's not a filtered item, then it just goes into trash. I think so. I don't see any Piglin Admires item. In hindsight, we still might update our redstone to dispense only one gold ingot per second. And here's why. I want this thing to run as long as possible, and I know that if I were to fill... That was a pretty good landing. If I were to fill this dropper up completely, then we are starting to get some gold ingot despawns, or we would. Whereas if I were to slow down the output of that chest... If I were to slow down the output of that chest into... basically needs to have a clock on it. Like, while that chest has an output, make the hopper below it go slower. Permission to post it? Yeah, sure. Do it. Any way to just increase the timer of when it sends a new gold? Well, you can't do it on the end because then you risk getting backed up. So if we slow down the rate in which the gold is dispensed, well, then it just builds up inside of the dropper, and then it builds up inside the hopper, and then it builds up inside the etc, etc, etc. What is 9 times 4? It's 36. Still, 36. I guess... Maybe we could just slow down the hoppers as a way of brute forcing it. Of course, I miss everything. So, like, we set this to a 4-tick delay. Does that slow it down? I don't think it even slows it down, if I'm being honest. That's not the problem. You don't understand, maybe, Peter. Hang on, let me see if I can demonstrate what the issue is. Items are only coming one at a time, which means that the 4-tick delay, and even if we went longer than this, if we were to try to make it like a 6-tick delay or something like that, or a 12-tick delay, which is what you're suggesting, it's still under... I hate gas so much. It would still be... I need rockets. It would still be underneath the delay of... one gold ingot would still enter the hopper, or enter the dropper inside of a 12-tick delay, so therefore adding more delay to the dropper does not increase the amount of time between gold nuggets. The delay would have to be longer than the gold nuggets are being added to the system. And there's our issue. That makes sense? So I need to throttle... I need to throttle the input somewhere that's not after. Like, I wonder if you can... These perfect item splitters aren't my design. Nah, there's no way that you can split it. Because then you have to handle the rate of 2.5 items per second. And if I were to try to increase the delay on this, I really doubt that it does anything beneficial for us. This is the exact same thing. It's just the delay between the first item. I mean, it's good to see that this is still working in 1.16.2. I'm already very happy about that. Oh, really? You got nothing? Yeah, give me that black stone. But to reduce the rates that come out of this hopper, that way I could just load this guy up as much as I wanted. Can we just do some super cheesy stuff? Like, can I just... Now, does this technically reduce... I realize that I just created, like, a bunch of lag for myself. Just adding a clock. But does that technically slow down the rates of... the hopper? I would imagine that it would. It doesn't really feel like it, doesn't it? Okay, so we gotta do some math then. Okay, so what we did is wrong. So what we need to do is we need to make a clock that it would have to be a monostable. It's basically a clock that allows one item through, 4 items through every 6 seconds. 4 items through every 6 seconds. So like how long? 2.5 items per second. I have to go pee. We're gonna set up the AFK while I go pee real quick. I've been drinking so much fluids to try to kick whatever illness I have. I have to pee a lot. Okay, so I think I know the solution. I was sitting there, I was thinking about it while I was going pee. I think I have the solution. I think I know what needs to be done. First, do we have any more rockets? No. So we need more rockets before we do anything. I have no idea what your name is. I'm gonna call you Mac. What's up, Mac? Double A. All right. Hopefully it is as simple as I think it is. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. Nothing is as simple as we think it is. We always are like, oh yeah, no, it's easy. And then it turns out to be one of the most complicated things that we've ever done in our lives. because like 2 streams ago we accidentally spawned a pillager raid inside of our base, and then they killed a couple of our villagers, and it was big sad. It should be a comparator, a repeater, a torch, some redstone blocks, and some like redstone itself. I think that's all we need. It should be pretty easy. Alright, so while there is an item in this chest, and we need to get the power to loop back around on the hopper. That's gotta be the hard part. Ugh, that's my neck. Hey, I'll take a hydrate. The only problem is like ghasts. Okay, I'll stand like over here. Safe. How's them's feeling today? He's still exhausted, but you know, that's just my life now. Okay, let's do it this way. Is that gonna be a problem? It might be a problem. Okay, 100% it can't be that. Cheats? What do you mean cheats? I haven't cheated anything in this world at all, ever. And that's a gospel truth, my man. Creative? No, that's 100% survival, hardcore vanilla. And all of it's been documented. 100% of this world has been documented on stream with VODs. So you could go back and watch the VODs to confirm that everything that I've done legitimately. Exclamation mark YouTube too. So what I need to do is it should look like something like this, right? We should be able to take I don't even think it needs to be this deep. Yeah. I've built this kind of backwards, but it's fine. It wouldn't be on this side, because it would be on this side, and it would be like the output of our chest would be here, okay? So the comparator measures the output of the chest. If there's an item in the chest, then shut off this torch, which allows this clock to run. So shut off that torch, and that allows this clock to run. This clock would continue to run for as long as there were items, because we're inverting the signal here, for as long as there are items in the barrel. And then we would use this to then power the hopper below to then slow down the rate that it's grabbing the items. That's a ban. Interestingly, We also have the issue of like the cactus needs to sit here. So we could just take this further out, right? I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things. Why are we getting like toxic people? I mean, yeah, not the AFK sessions, that's very true. So you see that the redstone looks easy, and this is what I'm imagining in my mind. This looks super simple. This is nothing. But like, how do I get that to fit over in this space where there's an output that powers the hopper that's behind? I don't know. Woo! I touched the lava. Kind of whiffed my flight there. So here's what I'm kind of hoping. That on the layer that's below, we'll be able to loop some of the signal around. Okay, what if we do that? Wait, we might have it. Maybe have it? Small chance that we have it. Medium chance that we have it. Okay, so while there are no items in here, pause our clock. All right. As soon as an item enters, as soon as an item would enter, the clock would unpause, and therefore... Okay, so then we just got to take this and loop it into that guy. And there's no conflicts with the redstone. No, it all looks clean. Nothing's touching here. No quasi-connectivity. So what? We just... I don't even think we needed the target block. Now there is a chance that we're quasi-ing the dropper below. So we'll need to just run it and see what happens. I'll just hold my inventory, it's fine. I mean, this is what I expected to see, right? 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 3, pause. Okay, and they're definitely not stalling in the dropper. Now the question is that slow enough? Still a hair too quick. Okay, let's up the timer. It shouldn't be that difficult either. Okay, maybe it's a little difficult. Okay, maybe it's not difficult at all. Maybe I'm a liar. Have you ever had a phaser? I have no idea what a phaser is, so I'm gonna say nah. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, it's counting down by 4s. 36. We'll go to 32. We'll go down to 28. The 24. That looks real clean. How you feeling, Nims? Dude, I'm exhausted. I'm so... I don't want to say the word tired, but just exhausted. I think we gotta load it up heavier. The end result is that we need 1 drop every 6 seconds. Yeah, basically. Of course, remember that we're gonna have diminishing returns as we go to use this thing, because the longer the delay, the longer it is open. We don't have a mono stable on the other side. So see, now we went from, what was it, 6 ticks? So 12 total ticks, which is actually 13 ticks because you have the torch in there. So we went from like 13 ticks into more than that. I want to observe it for longer, so I'm going to load it up higher. It's definitely 5 at a time. Hi, I'm new here. Hello, I'm new here. I'm Nims. Still slightly too fast. No! Okay, I caught it with my face. I think we need to put a monostable on it that allows 4 items through at a time. That's the coolest thing. I love that animation. I mean, it's definitely going slower, right? So the likelihood of overloading the system and thus hitting gold despawns is down. But we're clearly going to overload the system at some point. Bablat. That's what we did. We bablatted it with our body. I wonder. What else? Nims, you're alive. Yeah, a little bit. Dude, Eric with a 100-bit tip. Glad to see you streaming again. I hope all is well. I mean, mostly well. Mostly well. And thank you for the kind words, my man. And thanks for the 100 bits. No, it would not be that. It would be... With this, we're now holding the signal longer. See, it starts instantly, but shuts off 4 ticks later. See, you go from 15 to 13. The signal's being held, which means that it's going even slower now. It's still hitting 5 items, though. Okay, now we're hitting 4 items. Okay, real talk. What if we made this longer? If the signal is longer than this clock, then it'll never shut off. Okay, what does that do to the number of items that we're moving? Okay, so we should be... It took me forever to figure out how to set up a trapdoor tunnel egg lure. Now I'm just gonna find turtle eggs. Hey, you'll get it. You sound much better than on Monday? I mean, I'm feeling better, but... like, I'm still exhausting easily. I run out of energy very fast. Don't expect this to be a long stream by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I don't know. How did it go up to 5? Really? Okay, so this is more complicated than I thought. Because the thing that we're trying to combat here is, look at all this gold that's about to despawn. It's a lot. And so I want to get it down to 4 gold every 6 seconds. Which is like, you know, that's a, what, 2/3 of an item per second? We've definitely slowed it down. Let's just slow it down again. Let's get rid of all this fancy extra crap that we tried to do. Kind of dumb. I wonder if there's a thing where we can kind of trick this a little bit. That's okay. Yeah. What's the issue? Why aren't you rotating? Power's going into you. Oh, because we ran out of gold. Duh. What are you working on now? The gold is being dispensed to our piglins too quickly, and I'm trying to cap it so that way we are dispensing 4 gold every 6 seconds. That's way too much. We're going from 64 to 55, so we're doing 9 at a time. It's way too much. I think we let 5 through there. It's a longer timer and we let 5 through. Why are we still letting so many through? Does it need to get adjusted on the other side? Ah, it did. Okay, well this is not correct. That happened because I was modifying... Okay, maybe it didn't. What is happening? Okay, well there we go. We got 4. 13 should go down to 9. To 5. To 1. Okay, so whatever we have with our timings right now is correct. When did you start this word? Like January. Like January. I wish there was a timer. 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still too fast. 100% it's still too fast. Because it needs to be 4 every 6 seconds, and right now it's like 4 every 3.5 seconds. So the risk is, and the reason that we're so interested in slowing it down, is we don't want this gold to despawn here. And the only real way that we're going to risk despawns is here, in this system. Good mods. That was me. I was the one that did it. I mean, I only have really one more block of space to play with. Well, we do have good mods. They're just not here right now. So I just want... my brain's starting to hurt. I just want more delay. Isn't it? Is it 4 ticks to a second? Or is it 10 ticks to a second? Pretty sure it's 4 ticks to a second. 4 redstone ticks to a second. So this should be 8 seconds in between cycles. But it might be halved. Out of repeaters. I'm thinking if, like, there's a way that we could make a redstone comparator do what we want this to do instead. It's kind of sad. Wiki says 10 redstone ticks is a second. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was 4 redstone ticks or 10 redstone ticks. Wow. 8, 16, 24, 32. And we need 60. So we need a lot more of a delay. Didn't mean to fall. That time I did. I wonder if there's a way that we could do it based on like comparator loops instead. How do we keep a hopper open for 4 items to move through every 6 seconds? What is that? I mean, is there a nicer way that we could find that ratio? Because 4 items every 6 seconds is the same thing as 2 items every 3 seconds. 2 items every 3 seconds would be 30 ticks of delay, which is, there's 30. So, yeah, 8, 16, 24, 28. Actually, there's 30, because the redstone torch has 1. So that's 30 ticks of delay. So now how do we get 2 items through every time this rotates? That's the money maker. Two items through every time we cycle. What are you building? I'm putting the finishing touches on a quad piglin bartering system. Currently, when the... Here, let me show you. So, of course, we're going to get, like, I've already been condensing my nuggets, but, of course, we're going to get a crazy amount of nuggets from our zombie piglin farm. And then we want to quickly convert all of those nugs into gold ingots, but without some sort of limiter on the farm. The gold ingots just get taken out as quickly as possible, and then dispensed on the the regular piglin as quickly as possible. The problem with that is it ultimately gives them a backlog. So we can see here that all of the piglin are starting to get gold ingots sitting on top of them. If we were to do this in bulk, which we want to be able to do, then we're just going to start despawning gold nuggets, which I don't need to explain why that's a problem. So I'm working on redstone to limit how fast the player is allowed to add gold ingots to the system, so that way it is in proportion to the frequency in which piglins can barter. So we have 4 piglin, and they can barter every 6 seconds, which means that we need 4 gold every 6 seconds, which reduces down to 2 gold every 3 seconds. Well, we now have a 3-second clock here. So how do I get 2 gold to move through on this delay? That's the question. I think there's a combination of things that we could do, like a one tick here, and then like would it be easier to have a collector up top that feeds it back into the system? No. Because the way that we have the gold being dispensed out, I mean, this is what we're doing here is just a simple clock. But the way that we have the gold being dispensed out, levitating on a carpet, so that way the piglin can grab the gold, but then whenever the piglin drops the bartered item, it's below the carpet and therefore falls into a hopper, is a very precise system. To then add some sort of collection up here that tries to grab the gold, just nah. Nah. It gets to be really ridiculous really quick. But I like where your head's at. One, two. One, two. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi. It might be too long. 1, 2, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 2. It feels too long. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. It definitely feels too long. Let's go take a look. It is definitely too long. Look at this guy. He's just chilling. Okay. What are the composers for? To shut off the item collection of the hoppers. It makes hoppers produce less lag. It feels like 5 to 6 seconds. Right. And see, this is where I thought that 4 ticks was equal to... It's only allowing one item through. We're doing that asynchronous circuit thing now, which I have no idea why that happens. Because this side... Oh, I see. Okay, got it. There always must be that. Okay, well there's 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Maybe it's a little closer. Conceptually. Hello there? Hello! I just remembered the 4 comes from in hoppers let an item through every 4 ticks. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, no, that would make sense. It's every 4 game ticks. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. I don't know if I'm counting fast or if it's... Let's just go look. We'll eyeball it because we're clearly there. We've got the redstone done. It's just tweaking timings. I'm not gonna freaking... He drops and he gets a new item. It could be 2 ticks quicker. Oh, we gotta make sure it still pushes through 2. 36 to 34. 34 to 32. Okay. Oh, that's a big feels bad. Oh, perfect timing. Watch him. Watch him. He throws it out. And a new one's dispensed. It might even get to be like a tick faster. Look at that. Out and in. Out and in. That's what we wanted to see. Okay, we still got 2 through. I just whiff everything. Wow, this one's actually perfect. Look at that. It doesn't even, it just looks like it's a smooth motion. He just wiggles. Well, I think we got it, chat room. I think we found the magic number. I think we found the magic number. Pog? Big pogs. Did we brute force that redstone a little bit? Yeah. But did it work? Is it clean? Is it secret? Is it safe? Hell yeah, it is. Making sure that I didn't expose anything down here, and it all looks good. Bob the fish. How's it going, Bob? So now, with the change that we just made, I can add as much redstone as I want, or excuse me, not redstone. I can add as much gold ingots, as many, as much, sure. As many, as much gold ingots as I possibly, wow, this build up real quick. As I could possibly want. With no risk of ever overloading the system. So look at it. And so I could fill this barrel completely full. With zero risk of gold despawning. Which makes my barters very safe. And look at the lower right corner. Piglin admires item is the thing that you want to see, and we're gonna see that for a very long time. This works really well. I feel like I'm able to quick craft gold ingots nicely. Yeah, that's where I was. Turn it for what with the hydrate? Yo, my hydrate. I finished off my water bottle. I've been drinking a lot, though. Look at all these gold nugs, chat room. It's so shiny. And see, there's absolutely no risk of overflowing this system. Come on. There's no risk because now we've got it. I wonder how many gold ingots we accidentally destroyed before. Because we overloaded the system and caused them to despawn. And right there, that's the system saying, hey, you got me. I'm good. I'm full. That's a lot of gold ingots, chat room. And like, check it. Look at this. We've been playing 1.16.2 for a day, and we've almost got a double chest of Blackstone. You feel like the gold bar draws from the farm directly into bartering? Yeah. Yes, I do. And do I need to compensate for that? You know, I was thinking about that as I was building it, and I really don't think I do. Yeah, see, because we're gonna add 2 there. Because so those 2 will go out the top. Okay. And we'll go take a look now. So what I expect to happen is there should be 2 zombie piglin that have gold that just chill above them. Yeah, and we can see that it's those. Yeah, we can see that it's basically rotating. Okay. So I'm not worried about this at all because see, that guy now has 2. And see, this guy had 2. He should always pull from the oldest first. Yeah, I just don't see it being a problem. Because the alternative to that is because eventually the player storage will run out. Eventually this is going to run out. And in order for it to be a problem, a piglin would have to have more gold ingots than what it could handle in a 5-minute window that was created by the actual piglin. I have no idea if that makes any sense. Now you need to do some math and figure out how long a full barrel works. I mean, isn't that super easy math? It's 1 item per 1.5 seconds, right? Because it's 2 items every 3 seconds. So 1 item every 1.5 seconds. So shouldn't it just be like 64 times 27? Alexa, what's 64 times 27?
64 times 27 is 1,728.
Okay, and then shouldn't it just be that number times 1.5? Alexa, 1,728 times 1.5.
1,728 times 1.5 is 2,592.
Okay, that's how many seconds it will take to empty it. Alexa, 2,592 divided by 60.
2,592 divided by 60 is 43.2.
43.2, which is 43 minutes and what is a fifth of a minute? That would be like 12 seconds? 12 seconds? Yeah. It should take 43 minutes and 12 seconds to dump this guy. Right? And see, so all of the floating gold that we have now are gold ingots that were generated by the zombie piglin dying, but by the player killing zombie piglin, not from the additive system. So we could slow down the addition system ever so slightly in order to adjust for this, but then that system would I mean, to be slower, and then whenever the player adds it. So where do we want our slowness to be? Do we want to risk despawning ingots whenever the player's adding stuff to the barrel manually? Or do we want, in a very specific use case, the player overloads the barrel, and then the player immediately starts AFKing at the zombie piglin farm, in which case the zombie piglin drops would build up, in which case they would need to build up so quickly that there would be more than 5 minutes worth of gold ingots by the time the player gold ingot chest empties. And if that happens, the glowstone there made me think of it was a ghast. If that happens, and only in that very rare niche circumstance could we get gold ingot despawns. In that very specific. I think it should be fine. You can keep it as is. Better to have a minute delay than risk overloading. I actually disagree. I don't... Overloading isn't a problem. We just despawn some gold. But how frequently will that happen? Because it's not going to happen right now. Like, look at all the gold that we have on top. Right? All of this, there's like 2 or 3 in each chamber. Okay. It's not going to despawn. Because at least the way that the player grabs items is the player always grabs the oldest item first. So provided that the piglin are always grabbing the oldest item first, which is always going to be a gold ingot, then there will never be a despawn. These 3 gold nuggets that we have on top will never despawn. And even as we go to kill more and more zombie piglins, which then generate more and more, of course we didn't see any, gold ingots, we would have to get more than... What's 300 divided by 6? $50? We'd have to get more than 50 gold ingots per chamber, which means that in a 42-minute window, we'd have to get more than 200 gold. What's the expected? Okay, so then that should be easy math again. What's the expected gold ingot rate out of this farm per hour? Is it greater or less than 200 gold ingots per 45-minute window? Does that make sense? And do we really think, and even then, we're only going to despawn the tail end of that? So the rates are only hurt in that tiny window that surrounds the player initially going AFK. Which is when they, you know, because the player would have to dump everything into the barrel, and the barrel would have to be 100% full. Too. Yeah, we leave it. We leave it. And gravel's completely full. Soul sand is on its way. Obsidian, it's always gonna be slow. Crying obsidian, I'm real hype about. Another brick, you know, it's on its way. Blackstone is filling up. We knew ender pearls were gonna go quick. Quartz. String should be totally full. Yeah. And potions of fire resist are all done. Let's make sure, now that we're hitting like overflows, I gotta make sure that our, okay, gravel is correctly being trashed. That was a big fear. Cool, so that means our potions are correctly being trashed. Everything's looking pretty good. Look at all these new water bottles. Yeah, in 1.16.2 they drop water bottles now. You know, I'm not mad at it. Here, let's go. I'm curious what happens whenever we go to the overworld. I'm not mad at the water bottles. Lord knows I'm always in need of water bottles for the potion brewer. Can we filter bottles at all? I'm already filtering splash potions out. So every now and then you'll hear glass shattering while we're in the farm, and that's me automatically destroying splash potions, because we just who uses a splash potion? Okay, cool. They're still bartering. Okay, so this is also another good test, because I was really worried, like, what happens whenever I leave the dimension? What happens whenever I leave the area? Yo, look at how smooth that animation is. It's just like... Well, it doesn't look smooth anymore, actually. Because we've added gold to the farm. Can't separate water bottles from potions, though. At least not really. It's theoretically possible. We've documented how to do it before. However, it's not realistically possible. Because splash potions, or excuse me, the potions of fire resist cannot have nether wart added to them. Or basically any ingredient that's not glowstone redstone, or what is it, fermented spider eye. So if you put basically anything into the water bottle, you could basically have a hopper with an ingredient facing into a brewing stand. And then if that ingredient disappears, then the item inside the brewing stand must be or excuse me, you'd have to measure the brewing stand, not the hopper. But the point still stands, is you measure the number of items in the brewing stand with a, comparator. And if the bottle consumes... Okay, let's say that the signal strength out is 4, right? Because you have a set number of blaze powder, a single bottle, and you don't know what that bottle is, and then you have a single ingredient. If the single ingredient disappears, then that means that the bottle must have been a water bottle, and then you can send it out in one way. And if after 10 seconds the single ingredient doesn't disappear, then that means it must have been a fire resistance potion, in which case you could send it out a different way. However, to do a system like that, you have to have like basically an infinite supply of blaze powder and an infinite supply of whatever ingredient that you're turning your potions or your water bottles into. It is destructive to the water bottles. You will be making something like awkward potions or something like that. I swore watching a Hermitcrafter, they said you can now rebrew potions. Oh, if that's true, then what I just said is no longer valid. Base review? Exclamation mark YouTube, and I have a base thing there. I'm super exhausted, so like I'm trying to take it chill today. And to do a base tour, it would take a lot of effort. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure I got COVID, so like sympathize with me a little bit, please. Just the YouTube. He doesn't need YouTube too. That's just the VODs. Okay, so we spawn them, we kill them. We divide their drops evenly into 4 hopper minecarts, so that way we can quickly process things like swords and rotten flesh. We then take all of the golden nuggets, filter them out, and run them into storage chests, which we've been pulling from. The rotten flesh and the swords are quickly dispensed. Oh yeah, we even have a base tour command. I'm kind of dumb. The rotten flesh. Hey, that was a potion getting destroyed. And turnip with 100 bits. Here's a bit of sympathy. Oh, I see what you did there. Thanks, man. The rotten flesh and the golden swords are quickly moved into 4 smart droppers, which then drop the items into lava, destroying them. The gold ingots and the gold nuggets are then, again, in order to handle the sheer number of items, we have a quad filter array. We have 4 filters all doing the same thing. See, here's a gold ingot, there's a gold ingot. Here's a gold ingot, there's a gold ingot. And then we also do the same thing for nugs. So we got 4 ingots and 4 nugget filters, everything else getting trashed. The ingots, like I said, go into that wall. Or excuse me, the nuggets go into the wall. The ingots are shipped up this super long, tall dropper vader, which then moves through a perfectly even item splitting system. So we take our one flow of ingots and we divide it in half, and then we take those flow of ingots, so we have 100%, and then we have 50%, 50%, and then we divide those in half, so then we have a 25, 25, 25, 25, which perfectly feeds our 4 zombie piglin, or our 4 piglin up here with gold ingots. Then the player is capable of taking, we now have a wall of nuggets. There's a wall of nuggets. Oh, wow, I pulled a lot more than I thought I did. The player can then quickly grab some nuggets. I didn't mean to grab those, but it kind of proves my point, lol. Spin, turn them into gold ingots, turn them into gold ingots, and drop them into the chest. And then these gold ingots are also shipped up and out and combined with the dropper output from the actual zombie piglin farm in order to continue to barter at maximum speed. because you're not going to get a piglin bartering system like with one. Even if I had built this like on top of the nether and everything was perfect and I'm killing them manually with a looting 3 sword and blah 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 blah, like let's say everything was perfect, you still can't cap out a single piglin with gold ingot drops. Gold ingots are just too rare of a drop to cap out how fast piglins can do trading. So I was like, yo, I want to push it real hard. I want 4 piglins. And it's like, okay, well, how do we get 4 piglins? And so the answer is converting nuggets into ingots and then manually adding those ingots into the piglin the piglin bartering system. So that way they're always perfectly capped and always have something to do. And then we run all of those outputs into a dual filter array. So basically every single item that they can barter, we've built 2 filters for. So you can see here's a set of filters and here's another set of filters. And this allows us to keep up with the sheer number of items that are being generated in our farm. So you can see we're capped out in gravel, about to cap out in soul sand. Obsidian's quite slow though. Doing pretty good on crying obsidian. I'm actually so excited for the crying obsidian. Nether brick, we're about to cap out on. Blackstone, as far as I'm concerned, it just came out today and we've already got a double chest worth. That's actually sick. Ender pearls, about to cap out on. Quartz we've been using a lot of, but it's getting there. String, 2/3 of the way full. Leather's about 2/3 of the way. Fire charges about 1/3, and our potions are also full. I am ridiculously selective on who can be a mod. If you are actually interested in being a mod, being a long-standing, healthy member of the community that encourages good chat discussions and sets good examples is the way that you do it. World Tour question mark? Base tour command. What is our command for it? World Tour. Hey, there it is. I'm pretty sure I got COVID, my dude, and I just don't have the energy right now. I already got you the link. It's the YouTube, yeah, it's World Tour. But this sort of interconnected, like, big brain redstone system is what I've built my entire base for. By the way, I wasn't trying to be callous. Definitely bummed you're sick, and I'm hoping the best for you. I just use humor. Oh, dude, I laugh at everything. So, like, you're good. How am I feeling? Like I'm getting smurfed on by 10-year-olds is how I'm feeling. No, I feel better than I have been. Today is probably, last night into today is probably the best I've felt in a while. I don't know if this is placebo effect, and again, I'm not officially diagnosed with anything, and I hesitate to self-diagnose. It's not good. You should rely on medical professionals. However, you know, I have shortness of breath, I have a dry cough, I have like extreme exhaustion. I don't have a fever, but I also have like pressure in my chest, and I have problems catching my breath. What else is it gonna be? What else is it gonna be, chat room? So anyway, I saw something that's like negative outcomes are determined by like vitamin D deficiency. So I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna go sit in the sun and drink me some orange juice and see if I feel better. And maybe this is a placebo effect. Overwhelming likelihood this is a placebo effect. But I drank me some orange juice and sat in the sun and I felt a world better. Now, this might also just be because, you know, sitting in the sun has like positive outcomes for your mental health, and that is factually proven. And like orange juice is one of my favorite things, and so like I gotta drink one of my like favorite drinks and just do nothing and chill in the sun. So like maybe it was just a pleasant experience and that positive influence in my psyche made me feel better. I don't know. Sunburns can't be true. Dude, I don't burn. I just don't burn. It takes a lot for me to burn. I have like it makes my girlfriend so angry, but I look tan even in the middle of winter. Like I have a darker complexion for like a white person. I know another cure for you specifically, no Chuck Turbo Inting. Oh my lord. Dude, he's just banned from Sage. That's what it is. He's just not allowed. If Chuck goes to lock in Sage, we just dodge. Wanna swap complexions? Like it's funny because you know how like the underside of your arm, like rotate your arm so that way your palms are facing your face. And then look at like the underside of your forearm, like the palm of your forearm. And you know, that area is white. That area is much lighter than the back of your forearm. However, the inside of my forearm is still a darker complexion than my girlfriend's back of her arm. You sunburnt your nipples? Dude, that takes some effort. What? You're not white, you're translucent, LOL. In fairness, Candy is the opposite. She does have a very pale complexion. A very fair complexion. That's true, that's true. Dude, I'm so excited for this Crying Obsidian. So I think the last thing that we really need to do is put a real door on it. And I guess enclose it so that way ghast blasts don't destroy the entire build. Dude, I'm so proud of this. And like, wait. Look at this. Look, Piglin admires item. We're still getting them. Hang on. Look at that, man. 2 items every 3 seconds. 2 items every 3 seconds. It's almost like we have a big brain and like can do basic math or something. Should have lived in the 1800s. Everyone would have thought I was a damn sexy noblewoman. You should do a fancy piston door. The problem with the fancy piston door is the depth. Which, I mean, I guess we could do. There's actually not a whole lot around us. We could do like a 3x3. We kind of make it an igloo shape. Okay, a honey slime door might be a little excessive. because they're slow, right? So here's the thing with like redstone like that. If I have to break stride, I won't do it. Like, I want to be able to just fly in, running max speed. If it's not fast enough for me to run through it, then it's no, just no. I need to go fast, chat room. We gotta be in and out. Gotta be super speedy. Feels like I'm alluding to something when I'm not. I mean, to be fair, I've only ever experienced like exposure in the States for a time in, most of the time in Kansas City, which is like dead center of the US. And then some of the time, I've been to Arizona once and New Mexico once, which is basically the same thing. And while their heat was preferable, I never spent any time really in the sun to be able to get a measure for sunburns. Dude, this is so cool. You need inspiration for a house? A house. Dude, piglins are still admiring items. We were definitely ruining some gold ingots before. And look at this. There's no way that those, like, 2 ingots despawn. After our chest completely runs out. There's no way. Oh, hey, Castle's here. Hello, E. Jones. Oh, sorry. I've been just so exhausted lately. It's not that I'm tired. Like, it's not like a lack of sleep sort of thing. It's just like, I just need... It's like muscle fatigue. And that makes me feel sleepy tired. I like how this looks. Somewhere around here it should transition out of the blue and into a different color. Maybe it was further up. Oh, there it is. See, there's it with the red. And there's it with the blue. And there's it with something in between. But you're feeling better than a week ago? Oh, for sure. Not even a question. Most definitely. Just still exhausted. Dude, Piglin admires item. That makes me so happy. Can I see your house, please? Yeah, I'm not gonna give a tour. I just don't have the energy for it. But we'll peek. We'll do a quick peek. I don't have a house. What? I have a factory? I think it's World Tour is the command you're looking for. There you go. There she is. That's a pretty good base. I'm proud of it. You know, still has some work that needs to get done. But there's a bunch of it's not even built for function or form though. It's all built for function. So like this thing in the middle is my Darkroom mob spawner. This little T junction, that's my Iron Golem farm. Most of the, if we look, yeah, don't worry about that thing. If you look at the granite paths that are outlined with stone brick, basically all of those are water ice conveyor belts, right? So I have items that I'm moving through all of these pathways around my base. So that way I can just fully automate basically everything. And I'm not going to go through, like I said, I just don't have the energy, I'm sorry. I don't have the energy today to go through how all items and how intelligent my base is and how my base would score like a 32 on the ACT. But you're just going to have to take my word for it that it will. This I didn't, but inside, and see I still have some openings where I plan on making like elevators down and up and whatnot. Inside, there's not a lot of care for aesthetics because it's just not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in making like very functional, very powerful, but also very reasonable builds. This is one of my favorite builds, though. Let me show you. Check out the peek the durability on my axe. See how it's completely full? Hello? Season of Hardcore, is this technically the 4th? No hands, by the way, I'm AFK. Peek the durability on my axe. The skeleton experience grinder that's behind me is providing me more than enough experience than I need in order to keep the experience on the axe totally topped off, even while it's actively being used. Ebola Kitty. What a terrible name. No worries, E. Jones. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, I should not have tried to stream Monday. Sunday night, I got into like a coughing fit that, like, I don't know, this sounds gross to say, but the coughing fit was such a bad coughing fit that it ended up making me throw up. And like after that happened, that exhausted me. Monday was like the worst day that I had. But I'm feeling better now, so. And I don't know if that's TMI, chat room. It might be, hell. What was the radius that you have to slab in the nether? Hang on. Uh, 128 blocks away, technically, I think. I actually do need to do this. $127 radius. Something absolutely ridiculous. It's huge, right? So like if you don't care, if you just want the easiest version of Minecraft possible and you don't really care about cheese, and again, there's no shame here. But if you don't really care about cheese and you just want the easiest, quickest version of Minecraft, well then just build on top of the nether roof and like you'll get everything you want. However, if you feel like that's cheesy, then it's a 127 block radius sphere that you need to slab around the AFK point for perfect rates. I always vomit blood when I'm sick. Dude, you might want to get that looked at. I think I've only had like one nosebleed my entire life. That's wild. Daily Boy Daniel. Hello. 16,000 blocks? I mean, that sounds about right. And see, with that skeleton experience grinder that I was just talking about, we get so much experience from it that it's able to keep my gear completely topped out on durability, even while it's being used. See, the durability on my pickaxe, it's gone. And that means that it's full. So I don't have to worry about like a pickaxe dispensing system. I don't have to try to detect when my pickaxe breaks to then give me a new pickaxe. No. Just build this thing next to the other thing and then they just work. How are you on this fine Thursday? Exhausted. I actually need to AFK there for a fair amount of time. Well, thanks, man. I've just been... I'm sick with something for sure. The likelihoods of being sick with something right now. I am not a medical professional, so I you know. However, it's just a shortness of breath and problems breathing and overwhelming exhaustion and it's probably the one thing. It's probably the one thing. But I got tested yesterday morning, early morning, and they say results in 2 to 3. So maybe I get results tomorrow. Maybe I get results Monday. I kind of, like, in a weird way, even though I know that, like, there's problems with, like, if you get it and then you get better, it's still not guaranteed that you develop an immunity to it. And I kind of want to, even knowing that, I still want to test positive, because I want to be able to empathize, because this was, like, the worst sickness I've had my entire life. Not even a question. Like, I would rather take, like, all of the times that I've been food poison sick over this again. So to be able to empathize and be like, oh yeah, no, I understand why this is killing people.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
For 3 months. You're amazing. Thank you very much. You're amazing. Hydrate, my water bottle's empty. What do you want from me? Well, actually, I know the answer to that question. You clearly want me to hydrate, but I'm telling you I can't because my water bottle's empty. See you later, Turnip. Take care, man. I'm pretty sure I'm on the up and up, he says before he tragically meets his end. Plus, it helps for the argument's sake when someone says, do you even know anyone that's had it? Yeah. I mean, aka my parents, who thinks that, like, wearing a mask is, like, an infringement of their First Amendment rights. I don't understand. Oh, dude, he scared the crap out of me. You see me get spooked? Disgusting. Which one of you took her and didn't flush? Disgusting. Diamond Blazer. He really did come out of nowhere. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that felt that way. Petition for Nims to go find a brute when he's feeling healthy again. Everyone in favor say hi. Okay, look, I'm sick. My Minecraft character is not sick. out of slabs already? That felt like it went so quick. Position for Nims to refill his water bottle. You refill the water bottle. Well, probably your reaction time. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know if Snowchild's still in here, but I was playing a shooter game with Snowchild, and people will like walk out from behind corners, and it will take me like a full 3 seconds to be like, wait, that's a bad guy I'm supposed to shoot? Oh no.
I saw you needed water.
Yeah?
Where's your water?
Oh no.
Did you not bring it down with you?
I don't know where it was.
Oh my goodness.
I was drinking the other stuff.
I'm gonna go find your water.
Oh no. You guys got me in trouble. You owe so many hydrates. Oh my god. I can't. I'm not gonna take all the hydrates. Piglet and Myers item. I'm not gonna do them all at once. It seems unhealthy. Dude, greetings, South Africa. Have a good night, man. Where's the mic? Chug, chug, chug. Is that your daughter? Lol. Imagine Nims having kids. What a horrific world that would be. Me having a kid. Who even non-ironically wants to have kids anymore? It's 2020, do kids even exist? Dude, I haven't seen any. Not in a long time.
Hi.
Hello.
It took me a while to find it. You had it under the coffee table.
I had it under the coffee table.
I don't know why. Hold now.
Well,
You have hydrates to read.
I have hydrates. You're killing me.
You don't feel well.
You don't feel
I
well.
feel fine actually.
Okay, listen here, buckaroo.
You need to stay hydrated to feel better.
To feel better.
Alright, hi chat, bye chat.
Almost made me shoot a rocket.
I've never been funny.
Okay, how many hydrates am I supposed to fulfill? Like 10? One. Okay, we'll combine all of the Eldens together and make it 11. Out of curiosity, I'm on like 3, by the way. Oh hey, we finally did. Wait. We finally caught up. Okay, we gotta add it. We gotta add it back into the system. Misclicked.
Remind yourself that
overconfidence
overconfidence is a slow
Jamu
and
Hare.
insidious killer.
That actually really strained me. Thank you very much. 2 months. You're amazing. I've always wanted kids, but I'm weird. So no, that's, you especially should have kids then, because then you would have weird kids, and then your weird kids would be like, you could be best friends with your weird kids, and you wouldn't have to worry about people thinking you're weird, because you could have your own little weird niche colony of weirdness. You feel? It's actually super big brain. Like, you don't need a best friend. Just have babies, and then they'll be your best friends. Am I doing the parenting thing right? I will force my children to be my best friend. I'll be like, no, your hobbies and interests? No, we must play we must play the games I want to play. Which means we're playing Minecraft for the next 50 years, buckaroo. That's what I'm gonna name him. His name will be on his birth certificate, if it's a boy. Buckaroo. I'll be such a good dad. Dude, I'm so impressed by this. Getting that timer was so big brain. Okay, I have more hydrates, right? As a species, it's weirder for us to not want to have kids. Our primal instinct should be like, procreate, damn it, but the cognitive part of our brains have evolved past that. Yeah! In most super developed parts of the world, birth rates are on the decline, which is a kind of a spooky thing in some places. We really don't need to worry about overpopulation though, because Earth is pretty much going to cap out at like 10 billion people, something like that. I'm pretty stoked to play games with my future kids. Yeah, but then you gotta teach them how to play, and then, oh god, no. Yeah, what if they grow up to be sports guys, and then they're like, nah, dad, I want to play your boring video games. I'm gonna go play real games. Is this Java? 100% Java. 100% vanilla. What if your kids didn't have any of the same hobbies or interests you had? What's vanilla? It's the opposite of chocolate. It's like ice cream. Sometimes you can like rub vanilla extract on your temples and then it cures cancer, if you believe some people. Vanilla extract cures cancer. Dude, we solved it. Cured cancer. Big brain. Dude, this guy has just jump dodged all of my attacks. That was so... That guy flexed on me a little bit. We just had somebody named Baby Shark follow the stream, and if I was a parent, I would do the Baby Shark doot 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 doot, Baby Shark doot 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 doot. But I'm not a parent, and I don't know what that's from, so I'm not gonna do it. I don't know what is. What is Baby Shark a reference to something? Dude, this is so good. I want to push the rates even higher, though. Kind of impressed that it emptied that quickly. Nimbs, are you uncultured swine? No, I'm an uncultured bird. Get it right, Ooskal. Come on. My mom banned that song in my house because my dad doesn't even know I'm 16. Dude, your dad sounds awesome. Can he be my dad? Dude, 2 at a time. Let's go. 1 every 3 or 2 every 3 seconds. So we get 4 every 6 seconds. Wait, you know my dad? It's me, Liberty? Oh, hi! At Candy. That's actually so funny. Yo, we were just talking about you guys the other day. How we miss like going out to dinner with you guys. I don't know if Candy's in here though. I'll definitely pass the word along. Two at a time. I did not have my wings equipped, but thank goodness I had a potion of fire resistance on my action bar. Oh, that was really spooky. My heart dropped right there. That got me. I was spooked. And see, all of these extra gold ingots should be the gold ingots that we've produced from the zombie piglin farm itself, and not the gold ingots that the player has manually created. Dude, I'm so impressed with this build. Like, I made it, and yet I'm still impressed with myself. Okay, chat room. Okay, I think I have to call it a stream. talking this much has like really exhausted me. I'm pretty sure I've got it, right? I've had something that's kicked my ass for the better part of 2 weeks. What else is that gonna be? Something that makes it hard for me to breathe, makes it exhausting to walk up a flight of stairs. I'm in good health, and I'm 30 years old, in good health. What else is it? So, I don't know. Get test back in a day or two. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm gonna go sleep on the couch and watch some TV. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna own it. If you're upset that I'm not gonna be here playing video games, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna go lay down on the couch, probably get some snacks, and chill. Streams are gonna be intermittent for the foreseeable future until I am confident in my health. So, I don't know, keep an eye on the Discord. Yeah. Shout out to Jay Mohair, E. Jones Turnip, potentially Eric, Momiji, Space Lamp, Eltrian, Soy Sauce Thought? Wait, no, that's old. What a great name though, Soy Sauce Thought. We all hope you get better soon. Oh, make no mistake, Candy is perfectly fine. She's just chilling. Little overwhelmed with work right now. Apparently you guys have been super busy, but she's chilling. It's my ass that's been kicked. He stops as soon as I join. That's a big feels bad. Join the Discord. Hang out in Discord, DZD. Bronchitis? I mean, maybe, but my throat doesn't hurt. Like, my throat feels perfectly fine. I'm just exhausted and I can't breathe are my two biggest symptoms. Like, imagine, like, I have no muscle strength is what it is. And I can't think of anything that's analogous to that. Like, walking up a flight of stairs, it feels like I need to rest after I've done that. And it's like, that's not a thing that you get. And yeah, no fever, no sore throat. My muscles don't ache. I'm just exhausted. Anyway, I'm off. You guys are wonderful. Keep an eye on the Discord. So, yeah. And again, I'm not a medical professional, so who knows if I actually have it or don't have it. But I did get tested yesterday afternoon. Actually, yesterday early morning. They said 2 to 3 business days, and so that might be Friday, that might be Monday. So, anyway, I'm off. You guys are wonderful. Take care. Talk soon. Bye.